Okay, first of all, I know this review was meant to be up a long time ago, and really this is not the review I thought it was going to be, but I figured I'd get this one over and done with. Sorry it took so damn long, it's just I went on an unexpected trip. But I'm back, and this review is going to be on the PlayStation version of WWF in your house. Honestly, I didn't even know this game even existed until a few months ago, so I thought I would try it out and then give my thoughts on it. This game was released in late 1996 for the PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and DOS. It was developed by Sculptured Software and was published by Acclaim. Great. This game is supposedly the quote, poor sequel to WWF WrestleMania the arcade game, in which I have not played as well. But I will play that game, and when I do play that game, I will compare the two games in another review. So this game has a video introduction which seems pretty cool, until, what is this? Actual WWF wrestling footage which is owned by WWE, and if I show it then this video will probably be removed for copyright infringement, even though this is just a review and which legally allows me to use the footage under the Fair Use Act, but the people that run YouTube are pretty much just shitheads and don't realize this, and then always cave under pressure simply because of any kind of accusation, even if the accusation is completely false? Huh. I guess that means you won't see any kind of cool vintage WWF footage. I mean, but who really cares? I mean, the video introduction is quite short anyway. But really, I do apologize. I guess all we can do is just move on. So, this is the menu. It's pretty straightforward. You got the start game, options, controllers, and sound. And it has pretty basic options to say the least. So you go to start game and it has a selection of a whopping 10 characters. And according to other places on the screen that say press start, this game seems to be able to support up to 4 players. So once you choose your character, you come to a screen known as the Battle Mode. You get Season, Intercontinental Championship Mode, and World Wrestling Federation Championship. They don't seem to be all too different, except that you face 2 guys at once if you're going for the WWF Championship. And when you get further into the mode, you start facing 3 guys at once. As you can hear, it's voiced over by Vince himself, which is alright. So I guess I better talk about the gameplay. First impressions were, you know what I mean. I think you already know. It has a lot of similarity to the classic game known as Mortal Kombat, which was pretty big at the time. I think this game seems to have more of a trippy aspect to it, such as the way Triple H uses his sledgehammer, etc. This game does moves which reflect the character's very own traits, but it does it in a somewhat more comical sense. I mean, even the backgrounds reflect each wrestler in some way. You know, I'd really love to talk about this game a whole lot more and go into much more depth about it, but by now the problem is that there really isn't a whole lot else to talk about. I mean, I don't know how the PC and the Sega Saturn versions are different from the PlayStation, but as for the sprites, they seem to be quite good and quite smooth actually, and it does have an okay amount of moves in it, but you gotta do combinations on the controller to pull a lot of them off, which again is like Mortal Kombat. Now, I didn't actually beat any of the modes, mainly because I was getting a tad bored with the same moves and the same sound effects being played over and over. As far as I know, you really don't unlock anything anyway, but I could be wrong, and even if I am wrong, I really don't care. This game has not gotten a whole lot of good reviews, and apparently WWF WrestleMania the arcade game was a lot better. So it will be interesting to see just what that game is like. Now, I'm not going to tell you if you should or should not play this game, but if you are interested and have never played it before, then by all means play it. But my final words are, this game is amusing at first, but will probably get old fairly quick. A lot of people seem to be quick to dismiss this game, but I thought it was alright. But then again, I have not played the arcade game yet. So will I also be quick to dismiss this game and say flat out that it sucks once I do play the arcade game? Stay tuned for that review. P.S. I'm sorry this review is much shorter and not as in depth as I'd like. It's just that I don't know what the f else to say about it. Really, there's not that much to it. I mean, look at it. It's like Mortal Kombat. What else do you want? I mean, I'm sure I can... I mean, sure, I didn't pull off any kind of special finishing move. But I don't think this game has a ton of blood and guts like Mortal Kombat's fatalities do. I mean, I could ramble on and on and on about how much it does look like Mortal Kombat, but then I'll be summoning the almighty Captain Obvious, and he'll come through my window and then blast me with his obvious rays and say, "Shut the f*** up, we get it, you douchebag!" So really, there is no point in carrying on. I mean, you probably would have just clicked off this video a long time ago if I did. So hell, I don't know how to end this video other than just a very abrupt stop.